Good morning, dudes. I'm here in Nellie Bay Marina and I'm on Comfortably Numb. It's a boat that I helped a little bit with. Pete built it and he's been cruising on it for the last 8 months. You've all asked for a walkthrough, so we're going to give you one. Let's go. I'm with Pete and Ruth. They built this boat about 12 months ago. I gave them a bit of a hand. It's a beautiful boat, Pete.
Well, thanks very much, mate. Yeah, we're pretty happy with the way it's turned out. It's very liveaboard, comfortable, and it's a good performer as well. Okay, so Pete, what are the dimensions of the boat? Well, she's 10.6 metres long, 4.7 beam overall. It's got 700mm wing deck clearance, so you still get a bit of slap, wing deck slap, but not a great deal. And engines are 254 horsepower Yanmars, naturally aspirated. Nice.
And what sort of construction methods did you use?
Well, it's a very light laminate because it's my own boat. I did a light laminate on it. It's all vacuum bag foam. It's 840 gram triax external laminate with a 450 gram triax internal laminate on the hulls. When we put it in the water, it was 3.5 tonne.
Wow, yeah, it's light, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, and there are production moulds for this boat. Who designed it?
Roger Hill designed the boat and designed it for a guy called Gary Pacey from Outback Marine. He commissioned me to build the plugs and the moulds, me and my guys. So we did the plugs and the moulds, and yeah, it was a little bit after the GFC, so that didn't turn out too good a business decision for us. And but we got one out of the mould, and this is it.
That's it. And they're little 50 horsepower Yanmars you've got in the boat. What sort of fuel do you burn at cruising revs?
Wide open throttle, 14 knots at 3000 RPM, and but we usually sit on about 2400 RPM, and that ticks along at 10 knots. And then, you know, if we're in a following sea, we get a good, it surfs really well. We could be surfing 12s, 13s.
Yeah, right. And what sort of fuel consumption do you reckon you're getting at that?
Well, we just worked it out. We did, and it turns out it's 0.7 of a litre per nautical mile for both engines.
That's pretty good, eh? It's lightweight, so
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but if you do the math, that's what it works out to be.
Yeah, that's very good. And what's the layout of the boat, Pete?
Very simple. 2 queen size berths forward, and each with their own ensuite. One per hull. Yeah, very simple layout, and it's comfortable for us or family members.
Yeah, and I love the way that the saloon opens out to this aft deck area, and really it's pretty inclusive. So it's a great area, especially with these shades on. So the covers really
we had them put on down the Gold Coast, and very happy with the job there. It's really made this an inclusive liveaboard area. We'll probably maybe get some rain covers for them, but so far it hasn't really been necessary. Okay, so you've spent 10 months on the boat? Correct. So you've been living aboard full time for 10 months? Correct. Anything that you would have done differently? Good question, Norm. We have added another battery. We had 300 amp hours of lithium-ion batteries. We added another battery, and that's done the job. The only other thing I could think of would be lengthen the hull. It seems that we go to marinas and they charge us for 11 metres, and we're only 10.6. So it'd be good to have that extra 400mm on the back. Contain a bit of prop wash, because the props are well aft on this boat to get the engines in. But other than that, no, we're very happy with the boat. Everything seems to function well.
And being a new build, you went with lithium ion, obviously. You're happy with that, and I guess it's all through an inverter and brought up to 240 volts.
Yeah, we purposely went all electric on the boat. So we've got a 3 kVA Victron inverter with 130 amp battery charger. We've got 400 amp hours of lithium ion batteries and 1000 watts of solar. Coupled to that with the 120 watt, 120 amp alternators on the engines, charging the batteries through a DC to DC regulator, which is 50 amps aside. So yeah, it's got everything covered electrical wise, and we haven't even got gas barbecue on it. We've got an electric barbecue on the boat.
Great. Well, I always like to get the ladies' perspective when I do boat reviews. So this is Ruth, Pete's partner.
Hi.
And you're enjoying being on the boat, Ruth?
Love being on the boat, yeah, and I've got you know, everything in the kitchen I need.
Yep.
In the galley I need.
And I noticed a Thermomix in the corner there, even a Thermomix.
I wouldn't leave home without it.
Okay.
We're up at Lizard Island for 3.5 weeks, and I, you know, make my own bread, my own yogurt. It's just one pot there. You haven't got a cooktop with 3 pots on it. It's just so, you know, so it's great on a boat. Great on boats.
Well, it looks pretty good there, and being 240 volt makes it nice and easy, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Doesn't, you know,
So,
much power.
have you guys discussed what the plan is from here on?
No, not really. We wake up sometimes and we don't know where we're going. We're here for a month, which is great, and yeah, with all the marina facilities.
The boat's air conditioned with ducts, and very cool in this cabin.
Oh, look at that.
Hi Tracy, welcome aboard.
Sit down here. Sit down here next to me.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
It's one good thing about being on the boat. You get to have a lot of sundowners and meet new people and meet so many people.
Love sundowners.
Well, thanks very much, Ruth. Thanks, Pete, for showing us over this magnificent vessel. Fantastic.